but sometimes the expectation is better than the actual results you produce. I probably said this before in this class, right? When my wife met me, expectations, right? 15, 16 years into it, expectations not as high anymore, right? You know everything about the person, right? No surprises anymore. Same thing with the company. Tesla, well, what's Tesla going to make? We don't know. Why? Doesn't have earnings yet. What could it make? It could make $20, $30 a share. We don't know. CRM, well, it's really growing really fast. Well, what's it making? Nothing. But it could make, right? Cancer drug. Well, it could cure melanoma. Oh, that'd be awesome. What could it make? Until we actually know, then the expectations that PE, even if sometimes it does have a PE, will shrink quite a bit. Because now we know what the business is and how much it makes. Emerging company with little growth potential, the high growth can raise earnings per share, right? Can also do the PE too. Conflicts of interest, overconfidence. CEOs have a tendency to be arrogant. This was probably, let's see, the Daimler Mercedes-Benz Chrysler merger, when Daimler-Benz bought Chrysler Corporation, and assuming that they could take over an American automotive company. And then, well, what was their synergy? Well, our synergy is going to be, we're going to share parts. As a Mercedes customer, what are you thinking? I'm not putting my own Chrysler parts in my car. I'm buying a Mercedes, right? As a Chrysler person, you're going, well, maybe I put some Mercedes. That would be a bad idea, right? That synergy doesn't make sense. Why? Because the customer's going to go, no, right? We're buying Mercedes for a certain reason. Chrysler's Chrysler, Mercedes is Mercedes. Hubris. We can do anything, no problem, doesn't matter. Valuation. Price paid for a target, pre-market bid capitalization plus the premium. We said premium, usually the stock goes up 15% after it's announced. Sometimes if there's a leak out there, it even goes up to 4%, which makes the person acquiring or company really mad. Often the acquirer completes evaluation in a position to make a tender offer. Now are successful. Cash or stock. Like we said, Dollar General, what was the other one? There's 3, Dollar General, Family Dollar, and Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree wound up merging, I believe, with Family Dollar. Dollar General, even though they had a higher bid for Family Dollar, couldn't because of the antitrust restrictions. Usually, the larger amount wins, unless there's legal consideration. Exchange ratio, the example we used here was a 2-to-1 ratio. Your stock's at $80, mine's at $50, I'm the acquirer, I will give you 2 shares. That'll be the exchange rate. Okay? Or exchange ratio, sorry. Exchange rates, currencies. Stock swap, positive NPV investment. The share price of the merged firm exceeds the pre-merger price of the acquired firm. Okay. It's a little equation that they use. A is the pre-merger value, plus T, pre-merger value of the target, and S will be the synergies created by the merger. A is a given, T is a given, S is a what? A forecast. Divided by N sub A, shares outstanding before them, or time new shares issued. Okay. If this makes sense, it should work. A and T are given, S synergies is a forecast, N sub A should also be given. X gives a maximum number of new shares. Here's my exchange ratio. The price of the target divided by the price of the acquirer. 1 plus, what's S? Synergies, right? And then T? Exchange ratio has to be less than that. So, Sprint. Remember the company called Nextel? With that, you could click it and you could talk to somebody right away.
Yes.
Remember that was a cool technology? Now you feel old, right? So make a lot of money on Nextel. So, Sprint trading at 25, Nextel is trading at 30. Those are so P of A is 25, P sub T is 30. Synergies are 12 billion, S is 12. Nextel had 1.033 billion shares outstanding. What's the maximum number Sprint could do? Maximum cash offer Sprint could make. Okay. Plug it in. 30 divided by 25. Price of target, Nextel. 25 is the price of Sprint. 1 plus 12 divided by 31. My synergies, where did the 31 come from? 1.033 times 30. $31 billion valuation of the company, right? So, my exchange ratio for Sprint would have to be, the most I can offer is 1.665. Am I going to offer that right away? Am I going to let Nextel see this calculation? I'm going to go, you know what? 1.5. How about that? 1.6. 1.6. All right? The most I could pay, 41.62. Okay. Where the hubris part of it comes in is when there's competition, competitive bidding, and I throw ratios like this out the window. I know I should only pay 41.62, but guess what? I really want this company. I'm going to pay 45. Bad idea. Wachovia, South Trust. There's the exchange ratio calculation. Merger arbitrage. We buy, we acquire, we sell the target once the merger has been announced. We're trying to make that spread, okay? This is what merger arbitrage is. Most hedge funds will have a desk that specifically does this. The spread, the wider the spread, the less likely the deal is to be done. The narrower the spread, the more likely the deal is to be done. Okay? Arbitrage. HP and Compaq, there was a lot of fighting. I don't know if you guys remember that one at all. Tax and accounting issues. Goodwill, over 15 years. Once again, though, we're not looking for what? Tax being the major. No, it's not. Step up, we're going to increase the target's book value by what? What the purchase price is, right? Cash or stock, I said. Combined firm, tax accounting issues. Merger, board and shareholder approval. Mostly it's board majority, but sometimes the board members will have 12 members and they require like a 9-3 approval rate. Okay? Friendly takeover. We all get along. We've negotiated this deal. We go on CNBC on Monday morning, we shake hands, we act like we care about each other, we act like everything's going to go great. And they know in a year from now, one of those guys isn't going to be there anymore, so it doesn't really matter. Friendly takeover. We work together. Hostile takeover. We don't want any part of this guy or this company. Why? Because we don't like them, they don't like us. And because they don't like us, what do you think would happen if they bought us? A lot of people get fired, right? Corporate raider, with the acquiring a hostile takeover. That's an individual, okay? Like I said, Carl Icahn is probably the most famous one that's kind of still around at the age of 83. still involved in some stuff. So the hostile takeover can be a company. Proxy fights, proxy votes. I try to get people on the board of directors. Why? Because then I can push my agenda, right? If I get 3 out of 12, well, better than none. Maybe I can get something done. Poison pill. As soon as somebody acquires, this is an example of poison pill. As soon as somebody acquires up to 10% of the company, guess what happens? We issue 10% more shares. So what does that do to your 10% position? Reduces it, right? Horrible idea for the shareholder. Because you're not going to get acquired. Who does the poison pill protect? The management of that company. Staggered board. You don't want all your board of directors up in one vote, right? Because somebody could really gain the majority. So they'll stagger. Every year or two, they'll have 1 or 2 board members that are voted on and so forth. That way it takes you a number of years to win a majority of the board. White knight. We hate you, this hostile takeover, but guess what? We love this company to take us over. So they'll try to bring the white knight company into the fray. Like, oh, but we get an offer from them, and look, they're friendly. I mean, they've got money and they're nice. Even though the hostile takeover might be worth more. Okay. Golden parachute. Everything vests. The worst example of this, and I know this for a fact, was Merrill Lynch, before they got bought out by Bank of America. They were going to go under. But every contract of every executive has a change of control. So for 6 months of work at Merrill Lynch, the CEO, the president, and a couple people underneath, well, since it's a change of control, guess what? You have to pay. Guess how much that was? $25 million per. Golden parachute. Recapitalization. Remember we talked about, with WACC, right? We want our WACC low because it makes it easier to achieve our NPV targets, right? In this case, guess what? I'm going to take on more debt to make me less attractive. Exactly. Once again, who does that hurt? Shareholders. Keeps management entrenched. Firm can refer 80% of the votes to approve a merger, not 51%. Restrict votes of very large shareholders. Fair price to be determined. Regulatory approval. Different industries, FDA's Food and Drug Administration, FTC, FCC for Federal Communications Commission, and European Commission has a similar. It was, a long time ago, it was GE and Honeywell. They passed here, but the European Commission threw it out. And without being approved in the European Commission, guess what? The deal wasn't worth it, so the deal got Free rider problem? Toehold, when a corporate raider takes a stake in the company to initiate takeover attempt. What Teva is doing with Mylan. Teva has a toehold in the company already. A bid with the company that has a toehold or a small percentage is more likely to happen than without a small ownership stake in the company. Leverage buyout, we use a lot of debt, and we're going to use the cash of the acquired firm to pay off that debt after we do business, and we'll probably sell some of that business too.
So Another question.
Yes.
Let's say if there is another company or another, the company has 4% of shares.
Okay. So they don't have to file anything,
They have
right?
not, so they have not filed anything.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if this company, somebody wants to acquire the target, but instead of acquiring the target, what they do is maybe they get 4% into the company
Mm-hmm.
and they acquire another company which has 4% similar shares.
Mm-hmm.
So now, like, can that be possible in such a way that they can acquire up to more than, say,
Even if it's a subsidiary thing, they'll still be thought of it as together. It's really hard. I wouldn't try to play that with the SEC, because if you play that game with the SEC, then the SEC is also the one that has the oversight of the merger too. Yeah. You can try to do subsidiaries maybe in the Cayman Islands or places like that. It's gonna be tough though. And most all companies and most investors, even the hostile guys, don't want to cross the SEC at all. Even though, how much ownership stake do I? If I have a controlling stake in that subsidiary, then there's no chance of me doing that without getting caught. If I don't have a controlling stake, I might be able to do that. You see what I'm saying?
So as long as that, let's say 5% is the controlling stake, so then as long as the combined is less than 5%, you're good.
No, I could go over, but say I have my company has acquired 4%, okay? But I own a subsidiary in London.
That owns 4% in the same company.
Right. If I control that subsidiary, then that's 8%, that's a no. If it's a minority holding, and they happen to control 4%, so 4 and 4 together is theoretically 8, I would be okay because I don't control what they do. I may be a 20% owner in what they do. But if I control that subsidiary, not a chance. The SEC will not. And as an investor, you really do not want to make the SEC mad.
It's FCC.
SEC,
SEC.
Securities and Exchange Commission, yeah. All right, break time. And then we'll talk about financial distress. Hey, bankruptcy. Oh, I forgot. Mal, can I take a break now? Thank you. again. Oh.
I still how to get the 7%.
Where's that?
How to calculate the 7%?
So I had an initial outflow of
41.
41.75. I had
That's
cash
the
flow, consistent cash flow.
For the last period is 3,500. How we get this one? They just use this one, then plug it in. It's 0.
Right. Used,
Given by IRR increase 25 to
try the IRR function in Excel.
25 to here.
Mhm.
Excel. They use this get is 7%.
Try the internal rate of return function in Excel. IRR function.
IRR function.
Let's get these out. Things getting better for you?
Me?
Slowing down a little bit. That's so much to do.
I'm trying to catch up.
And how much you do? How many you taking next term though?
3.
But no teaching?
For, the last half I'll be teaching at high school.
Oh, okay, that's right. Cause when do you start?
August 9th or 10th?
That early, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Crazy.
But I won't be taking finance, which is, but I'm done with finance, so. That's the hardest
No,
thing
it
for
is-
me.
Yeah, I can understand. How's accounting for you?
Pretty easy.
It's good.
It's understandable, yeah.
Uh-huh.